After months of costly assaults, Russian attempts to advance were stopped dramatically by the Ukrainians. However, the Ukrainians did not simply sit behind their defensive lines waiting for the enemy to attack again, and prepared a plan to break the Russian lines wide open. As Russian combat power and offensive capability drained, the Ukrainians maintained an active defense. The Ukrainian Third Army Corps conducted repeated local counterattacks, supported by artillery strikes and drone operations, which continuously drained Russian manpower and resources, preventing them from launching larger assaults. However, Ukraine was quietly preparing something larger. The timing reflects months of preparation, as once Russian advances stalled, Ukrainian commanders gained the opportunity to rotate forces, improve logistics, accumulate reserves, and conduct extensive reconnaissance efforts. At the same time, Ukrainian strikes continued to degrade Russian supply routes over the Zerabets River by targeting pontoon bridges. As a result, by the time Ukrainian forces launched their offensive, Russian formations had already suffered heavy attrition while being stretched across an increasingly vulnerable salient. As you remember, Ukrainians had jump-started their counterattacks by launching a deep breakthrough into the northern part of the Russian salient. Now, Ukrainians built on that momentum and quickly retook control of a forest strip to the west of here. This pincer attack cuts off consolidated Russian control over Ridkadub and places Russian soldiers inside in an operational encirclement. However, the assaults did not end there. To the south, Ukrainians conducted a similar pincer maneuver on Russian forces in Chandriholov, cutting off Russian control of Serednye. While Russian forces in these pockets are not fully encircled, Ukrainian pressure on their rear means that any and all Russian reinforcements sent in are immediately tied down between the Ukrainian pincers. This then allows continuous FPV drone strikes to degrade Russian positions before Ukrainians move in and clear the full area without taking any friendly casualties. The Ukrainian Third Army Corps is extensively using ground attack drones to achieve its successes, as seen in various footage from the area. These ground drones allow Ukrainian soldiers at the tip of the pincers to maintain stable supply lines, with these robots being extremely resistant to Russian artillery and mortar fire, and even Russian FPV strikes. Additionally, ground attack drones play a major role in their ground assault operations. Smaller vehicles, akin to remote-controlled toy cars, are strapped with explosives and driven straight into Russian bunkers or buildings, detonating and collapsing entire structures and strongpoints full of Russian soldiers at barely any cost. Then, on the larger drones, Ukrainians mount heavy machine guns to engage Russian soldiers directly or suppress enemy positions, allowing Ukrainian assault troops to close the distance safely. These machine gun ground drones excel at their task, as on the Ukrainian battlefield, staying light and mobile during an assault can mean the difference between life and death for soldiers under heavy enemy drone observation and strikes, as well as drawing enemy fire onto the way more heavily armored ground drone. As Ukrainian forces expanded their breakthrough, Russian commanders attempted to rush reinforcements across the Zherebets River to stabilize the front. Understanding the importance of preventing this, the Ukrainians took countermeasures, and these efforts quickly turned into another series of disasters. The Ukrainians have established firm FPV fire control over the crossings, preventing the enemy from reinforcing the areas under Ukrainian attack. Released footage shows even single Russian soldiers being targeted while trying to cross the river, while the vehicles used to transport them to the crossing points are also hunted down by Ukrainian drone operators. The 3rd Assault Brigade guided captured Russian soldiers directly to Ukrainian lines using an aerial drone, with no Ukrainian infantry present during the entire operation. The Ukrainian 3rd Assault Brigade conducted a groundbreaking operation by employing FPV drones alongside ground-based kamikaze drones to attack fortified Russian infantry positions. This forced the Russians into panic and allowed the Ukrainians to recapture territory without even setting their foot on the ground. The Ukrainian 3rd Assault Brigade, now the leading formation within Ukraine's 3rd Army Corps after recent restructuring, operates in the Bordova direction and is frequently deployed in offensive operations across the entire sector. Renowned for its battle-hardened capabilities, the brigade works closely with local units, demonstrating exceptional planning, tactical precision, and advanced assault methods that set the standard for modern warfare. This status was recently confirmed through an unprecedented achievement. They executed the world's first successful assault entirely using air and ground drones, capturing Russian-held positions without deploying infantry. During the assault, FPV drones first struck enemy fortifications, causing severe damage and panic among the defending troops. Following this, unmanned ground vehicles, loaded with powerful explosives, moved toward the already battered Russian dugouts. As the first drone, loaded with anti-tank mines, detonated, the Russian soldiers became aware of the imminent death threat and quickly created a makeshift cardboard sign to signal their surrender. With no Ukrainian soldiers physically present to engage, the enemy troops found themselves defenseless against this innovative drone-only offensive. After their surrender, the surviving Russian soldiers were guided by an aerial drone directly to Ukrainian lines, where they were taken prisoner without resistance. Shortly afterward, Ukrainian infantry calmly entered and secured the captured positions, including nearby forested terrain, without firing a single shot or spilling a drop of Ukrainian blood. Officers from the 3rd Assault Brigade emphasized the significant tactical value of this operation, highlighting that the positions had previously resisted conventional assaults by neighboring Ukrainian units. The success achieved solely through drone warfare marked a crucial turning point. The tactical logic behind the combined use of aerial and ground drones is straightforward but effective. While aerial drones excel in reconnaissance, target identification, and precision strikes, ground-based UGVs offer complementary capabilities due to their higher payload capacity, improved concealment, and ground-level approach. Ukrainian ground drones, many of them affordable and domestically produced, can carry significantly heavier explosives compared to airborne drones, making them ideal for breaching reinforced enemy positions or performing destructive assaults from a new, unexpected perspective. Additionally, ground drones provide versatile battlefield support. Beyond offensive roles, they serve as evacuation vehicles, resupply carriers, or even remote-controlled mining platforms. Ukraine's latest advancement, the ground drone Termit, illustrates these capabilities effectively. Being a highly mobile, tracked robotic system capable of carrying up to 300 kilograms. Its low-profile tracked chassis ensures smooth operation across various terrains, and its powerful battery enables several hours of continuous remote operation over substantial distances. This versatility allows it to function as a kamikaze system, a medical evacuation device, a combat module carrier, or a resupply unit. Such technologies increase Ukraine's tactical flexibility and significantly reduce the exposure of infantry to lethal threats on the front line. The 3rd Assault Brigade continues to lead innovation in warfare, marking a distinct evolution in combat operations. Although drones had been extensively utilized before for softening enemy positions, reconnaissance, and support tasks, successfully capturing enemy-held territory exclusively through drone technology represents a new era in ground combat operations. Given Ukraine's ongoing manpower constraints and the critical need to minimize human casualties, drone-driven assaults offer invaluable advantages.